Hey there everybody, Stuart Knight here with a quick video that I hope will help you boycott your old way of thinking and lead you to embracing maybe a new way of thinking that will of course ultimately hopefully lead you to a better life. Okay, so I was thinking about the way that people can be when they listen to a story. All right, so all of us find ourselves in these situations. You're talking to a friend, a partner, a family member, a coworker, and they say, oh my God, have I got a story for you, right? Or something just makes them remember something that happened to them recently. They say, oh my God, you're not gonna believe what happened to me recently. And when they start telling this story, it dawned on me that a lot of people are just really bad at being good listeners with respect to stories. Now, I could do a whole other video on people just being bad listeners in conversation in general, but that's not what I'm talking about specifically. I'm talking about the way you listen to another person's story. Because when a person is telling a story, they're excited to tell you. They're excited for so many reasons, because for them, maybe it makes them feel interesting, it makes them feel important, it makes them feel like they matter, it makes them feel like they've done something cool, or maybe they're just really interested because they know it's funny and they're excited to make you laugh, okay? So when a person's telling a story, it's like their little mini moment to be on stage, just between you and that person, or maybe between them and the people who are sitting at that dinner table or standing next to the water cooler in the office. So just for a second, just acknowledge when someone starts telling you a story, just in your brain, just go, okay, this person is excited. I have the opportunity to listen in a way and to engage this person in a way that really optimizes the experience for them, so that it doesn't, turn into something where they walk away and going, you know what? That kind of sucked, or that could have been more fun. So think about that. Anytime someone tells you a story, straight away, that's my first piece of advice. Just remember, you get to make them feel awesome based on the way that you choose to listen and engage. So here are 5 really simple things that most people don't think about when they're listening to someone else's story that you can do in order to make that person feel great. Okay, so the first thing is, no big surprise, eye contact and body language. All right, so someone's telling you a story. If you're going, oh yeah, really, and you're looking at your phone, or you're like, oh yeah, okay, that happened to you, really, okay, and you're thinking that woman's really beautiful, or wow, that's a really nice car, or you're checking your watch, that is just such a mean thing to do to somebody. They're so excited to tell you a story. Relax. It's only going to take 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes in some cases. So just be present. Give them eye contact. Nod when they're speaking. Smile if there's a moment to smile at, or give facial expressions that show you're engaged. If they're telling you something scary, be like, oh my God. Or if they're telling you something funny, and just show them that you're excited to hear what they're saying. So look them in the eyes, lean forward, give them eye contact and body language that says, I'm engaged. Number 2, don't interrupt with too many questions. All right, sometimes people are really interested in another person's story and they don't know that they're ruining it because they're asking too many questions. All right, now there's nothing wrong with asking some questions for clarification. Okay, so hold on, did you just say that you were in Utah when this happened? Or did you say that you were 14 years old? Okay, there's nothing wrong with questions that are pertinent, okay? But don't ask a bunch of questions that are irrelevant. You don't want to say, okay, were you 13 or 14 when this happened to you? Who cares? Really and truly, whether they were 13 or 14 most likely doesn't make a big difference. Or if you say, were you in, was it 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or was it 5 o'clock in the afternoon? I know you're trying to be engaged, but that is just throwing the person off their story. So only ask questions that are really pertinent, stuff that you really need to know in order for you to be able to enjoy the story at your own optimal level. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with asking questions, but if you keep interrupting and asking questions all the time, the person's like, oh my God, can I just get through the story? Okay? Number 3, make sure that you don't try and change the subject. Holy crap, it's amazing to me how often I meet people who I'll be telling them the story and I'll say something that reminds them of something else that has nothing to do with the story. And then they just go down that path. I'll say, oh my God, did you just say Italy? Oh yes, I gotta tell you about a story of something hilarious that happened to me in Rome one time. And then the other person goes, oh, Rome, you know what? Did I tell you I had the best meal in Rome one time? It was so tasty. Did you eat? Did you have good meals in Rome? Or were you like there for food, or were you there for something else? That has nothing to do with it. The person just said they have a hilarious story to tell you about Rome. That is not your segue to tell them everything you know about Rome or every experience you've ever had about Rome. At the end of the story, you can say, wow, that was a really great story. Actually, you know, it's funny, when I think about Rome, I think about the great food that I used to have when I was living there. Nothing wrong with that, but don't just go into your stories about Rome just because someone says something that triggers a memory. That's not cool. All right? Number 4, another thing you can do to not ruin someone's story is to not try to guess the ending or not try to guess what's going to happen next. Sometimes people who have really great intentions, you might be one of those people, and you don't even know you're doing it. You're actually guessing what the person's saying next, what the person's going to say next. So they're telling you a story about, a near-death experience that they had, and you're saying, I bet you I know what happened. Like, did this happen next? And the person's like, no. Or you'll say, I bet you were tired that day, weren't you? No, I wasn't tired that day. Oh, let me guess, you were drinking? Let me guess, you were drinking. You're probably drunk. No, I wasn't. And the person's like, can I just tell the story? Like I said before, can I just please move forward? Okay, so I know you're excited and I know you want to guess, but try not to guess. And especially try not to guess the bloody punchline. Holy crap, are you some sort of asshole? I mean, this person's leading up to the final thing, and then you're the person who's going to say, oh, and I know, and it was, and Oprah Winfrey walked in, right? Let me guess, Oprah Winfrey walked in, and the person's like, yeah. Oh, yeah, she did. Okay? Even if you know that that is going to be the ending to the story, you've just ruined the punchline for this individual. They wanted to build it up in a way that they can tell you that Oprah Winfrey walked in the room, and you just ruined it. And all they think to themselves is, I wish I never knew you. Okay? Number 5, the last thing is, and a lot of people don't know this, but compliment the person at the end of their story, or thank them at the end of the story. Say, oh my God, thank you for telling me that story. That was so entertaining, or that was so funny. I really appreciate that. You gave me a good laugh. Or, wow, thanks for that story. That's super cool. I didn't know that about Rome. Or just compliment them. Say, oh my God, you were like so hilarious when you were telling that story. That was so fun. Thank you. Okay, so you're thanking them and you're complimenting them. But say something. Don't just go, wow, that's cool. Take this opportunity to make them feel even better and tell them something nice at the end of their story. So listen, people are going to tell you stories for the rest of your life, and every time they do, you have an opportunity to make them feel awesome. Sometimes they're even going to tell you a story you've already heard. Don't worry about it. Just listen to it again with a smile on your face, because you can reframe anything. It's always an opportunity to make someone feel good. All right? So be a good story listener. Is that a word? Those are 2 words. I don't know if they go together, but try to be one. All right, lots of love. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching that video, my friend. I would love to have these videos land right in your inbox. If you want to get that, just sign up right here. If you do, you're going to get a free gift, exclusive content, and you'll be the first to learn about amazing things that we have coming up.